You don't hear no background talking out? It's good.
Yeah, you good, bro.
Okay, come on. Let me check it real quick.
Oh yeah, I didn't even quick to look at it. Yep, we good to go.
Let me check it real quick. All right, let's get it. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem Rachakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in on the gospel. And there's a couple of brothers from the Great Millstone Houston camp, and back again with another Thursday live. And before we get started, too, Salaki for last week, we wasn't able to go live on Thursday. The apostle came down, which is one of the Lord's beloved. So we accommodated him, took care of him, but brothers kind of pushed the news like this brother Zainala, he pushed the news throughout the week, so edification still went out from apostles, elders, brothers across the four corners on things that's happening, man, current events. So at the Wadi Hawabashim Awashai, we back again this weekend, able to go into some things, that caught our eye, so to speak, always leading up to the main events, which is prophecy, man. And it's a lot that's happening, it's a lot that's happening, talking about, which we ain't gonna talk about in this lesson, but as an honorable mention, hey, they getting close to the, well, no, we is gonna talk about it, but I got the internet, the internet, but they've been talking about the internet going on, man. You see? That's been a hot topic the past couple of days in the news. Still got the war over there in Ukraine and as they would say, the Middle East. They still moving towards this digital dollar as well, which is gonna lead to the MOTB. So we're in exciting times, man.
All right.
You got something, bro?
Nah, go ahead, bro.
So we're gonna hop straight into it. I'll share my screen. Shalom to that brother Errol. Shalom.
Shalom, bro. Shalom.
So I go ahead and share my screen and we'll get straight into it. Now, for this first article, it's from naturalnews.com. And again, when I read this, although it's mentioning the CV jab, when I read this reminded me of what? Gradualism that was going to lead to the MOTB, a prelude to it, man. Or an example, should I, so to say, an example of how it's going to be with the MOTB. Now, as you see in the title of this article, it says, on Natural News, and this was put out 3 days ago. It says Brazil warns parents they won't receive welfare benefits if they don't get their kids juiced up. You see? And that's why I said this is an example of Revelation 13 and 16. But they doing other things to get people used to it, getting used to losing benefits for not complying. Right? Getting people in a mindset of, if you don't get down with what this government say, you ain't gonna get by in society. And it's gonna be many other things like that until the main one come, that RFID micro C here, man. Eventually I'm sure it's gonna be another lockdown or another pandemic. They gonna give out stimulus checks again, but this time it's gonna be digital. Well, people will have to abide by those rules in order to get that download into their bank account, man. So let's hop into. You got some, bro?
Nah, you got it.
Okay, so it says Brazil warns they won't receive welfare benefits if they don't get their kids juiced up for CV. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get a precept real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 10. Isaiah 10 and 1. I'm gonna read the NIV. It says, "Woe to those who make unjust laws, to those who issue oppressive decrees, man." Let's read it again. Isaiah 10 and 1, NIV. "Woe to those who make unjust laws," and this is an unjust law, draconian type law. It says to,
Oh, fuck you, brother. I didn't know if you had your screen pulled up.
Oh, damn, hold on. Oh, it ain't switching. Let me remove it. Hey, shalom to the other Tazapaya. How about Shema Shabrakatah?
Shalom.
Okay, it's good now.
Not still on my screen. Did you share your screen?
Oh, that's yours? Oh, shit, I'm tripping.
Yeah, this is mine.
I thought it was mine the whole time. The water, brother. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's a lot, again. Okay, we should be good. But it's here now.
Con, yeah.
Okay, kind of. I read the title again. So this from National News. It says Brazil warns parents they won't receive welfare benefits if they don't get their kids juiced up for CV-19. And again, we ain't focusing on the juice. This is just an example I want to bring out to show how it's going to be when the MOTB come. Now, I'm going to read this again, Isaiah 10:1. NIV, woe to those who make unjust laws, to those who issue oppressive decrees. And that's why this place Esau, these shot callers, these elites, they got to get judged for how they've been treating the people, and the law about to bring judgment, man. So let's hop into it. It says, as people in the U.S. and elsewhere are increasingly shunning the CV boosters, Brazil has started pushing repeated jabs on children and imposing financial penalties on those who are not willing to comply, man. Do this not sound like Revelation 13-16? Gradualism to it. And just because this Brazil, look, everybody gonna get in this mindset eventually. Like in this article right here, how it says Bill Gates and his buddies, they speeding up or accelerating digital public infrastructure, man. So everybody gonna get down with this way of doing things eventually, all countries. So it says this week, I'm gonna read that again. It says Brazil has started pushing repeated jabs on children and imposing financial penalties on those who are unwilling to comply. It says this week, and what's another thing Minister Brother been talking about for the past year? Social credit scores. You see, you ain't gonna better get by if your social credit score ain't good. But it says this week, the government-owned news agency in Brazil announced that the country is officially adding CV shots to its national immunization program. This means that children age 6 months, it means that children aged 6 months to 5 years will be required to get the juice every year starting in 2024. Man, 6 months. Man, it says those who do not want to get those who do not want to subject their children to the juice dangers will no longer be eligible to receive welfare payments, man. If you don't get down and agree with the government laws and regulations, then you ain't gonna get by. Let me get this real quick. Real quick. Revelation 13. I'm gonna hold it on that. Because this is what it's gonna lead to. It says those who do not want to subject their children to the juice dangers will no longer be eligible to receive welfare payments. This includes the popular Bolsa Familia program that many Brazilians depend on to feed their families. The same is true for those who do not get the other 13 juices that are a part of the schedule. Damn, they juicing everybody up. It says, meanwhile, other proposed bill could mean that parents who refuse to juice their children with any of the country's required childhood juices, could end up behind bars. Not just cutting you off from society, not just taking away your benefits and starving your family out. They taking it a step further, said, and if you don't get it, all of them, you got a chance to go behind them bars, man. Go to jail for that. Again, these are draconian type laws. The smallest thing you do, back then you could get put to death for it. Well, we coming into those times, man. Esau know he got a short time. He got a short time, man. So it says, meanwhile, another proposed bill, I'll read it again, could mean that parents who refuse to juicinate their children with any one of the country's required childhood juices could end up behind bars. And I'm saying juice, but we see the word, It says a scientist and journalist who lives in Brazil, Dr. Simon Gadek, wrote on X, families not complying will face hefty fines, loss of social aid like the Bolsa Familia, or worse, having their children taken away. You see? So you see the mind, and look, the Lord is having these people think like this. Gonna say the scriptures in Proverbs, the king's heart is in the hand of the Most High. He do what he want with it. Well, he putting a mindset in all these people to crack down on society, man. And I mind you, they cracking down on society without a major event taking place. How much more if a scare come, a new disease come, so on and so forth. It says he added this, dear followers, is the hallmark of authoritarian communist regimes. While voicing the full extent of my concerns could land me behind bars in Brazil, even if you speak against it, they can throw you in jail. These things are coming to America, man. Oh, what's another thing that's been talked about? What Dr. Zari put in the chat earlier about the info. Let me see. I'm gonna get it real quick.
Infodemic.
Infodemic. There it is. Infodemic, man. They trying to take truth off the airways. Anybody who got something to say, they're gonna demonize you for it and probably penalize you for it, man. That's why Yahweh said in Revelation 2, some of us gonna be thrown into jail. We read the scripture says they go come after those who keep the law and got the testimony of Yahweh in Revelation 12 and 17. So how much more us for speaking this truth and bringing out Esau's secrets? You know, you was about to say something, bro?
Y'all want to say, especially when those CBDCs hit, it's gonna get real, man. It's gonna get to a point to where if you say something that's Esau considering extreme, right? Like the things that we're saying, Esau said this is extreme,
right?
This is over the top, right? So they're gonna make it to where if you're talking how we talking, or posting a post against the government, so-called exposing something, they'll just turn your money off. And you won't have no access to nothing anymore. All because you're a bad citizen, right? With your social credit score. That's how crazy it's finna get, bro. All right, go ahead, Doc.
And I read a little bit of it. That's the main points I want. It says he added this, dear followers, is the hallmark of authoritarian communist regimes. While voicing the full extent of my concerns could land me behind bars in Brazil, it's clear that politicians like Lula prioritize lining their pockets over safeguarding our young ones, man. And I mind you, this is just not going to happen in Brazil or to Brazil. This is coming across the whole world. And I ain't just talking about, requirements to get the CV juice. You have to agree with everything these people do. Why you think all these companies getting down with the rainbow flag movement? So they what is the ESG score could be good, man. You see? So how much more of these people in everyday life, right? And I'm gonna get this Revelation 13 and 16 because this is the main point I want to get on what it's gonna lead to. Because when I read the article, I thought it is Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls of all, who is he? The so-called white man, in his system. And he said he calls of all, both small and great, children, right? Young and old. But if you are nobody in the society, or if you famous or whatever it may be, everybody gonna get calls. And look, he ain't just gotta cause you by putting a gun to your head and say, get down with the society. How he gonna cause you? By cutting off benefits, taking away access, making your life hard to where people gonna be willing to agree, willing to comply. Just like our forefather Joseph. When he was in Egypt, people was willing to comply, willing to give up everything just to get some food, man. First they gave away, I believe, they cattle. Then they gave away their houses and lands. Last thing, they went to Joseph and said, we don't got nothing else. We gonna give ourselves up. In modern terms, how you gonna give yourself up? By putting your hand on that table and getting that micro C hip in you, man. This is how the so-called white man gonna cause all. He gonna put pressure on everybody to agree. And that's why the elect are so important, because they go stand boldly. Just like in Romans, it says that the Lord have reserved 7,000 men, which is just a number, right? Who are not bowed in knee, man. And that's who we hope to be a part of when these things come. But it's Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls of all, both, right? Not just Brazil, like in the article, all, everybody, everywhere. It says that he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor. And what's happening right now to the middle class? They being cut off. Because right here, we ain't reading rich, middle class, and poor. It's rich and poor. So the middle class, you about to suffer too. These so-called white people who think they good, these Indians who a doctor, Dr. Patel, you about to suffer too. It says, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. To do what? To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that mark is charagma, some being input into you, and which is the RFID micro C-hip, man. And this is the thing. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you won't be able to get by in society unless what? Unless you get this MOTB. So that's what these different rules and regulations around the world will lead to. All nations go eventually get on the same page, man. And that, if you ain't got it, I'll go to my next article. Okay, so that's what's gonna lead me into this next article right here. Seeing how everybody eventually go get on the same page, not just Brazil, not just what we're seeing going on in the Middle East. Now, this article was put out 2 days ago on Natural News. It says Gates, which is Bill Gates, Gates and his globalist buddies set to accelerate digital public infrastructure in 50 countries by 2028. Come on, man. And this is the thing. We know 2028 right around the corner. That's a lot of work they got to do in a short time. Think about that. That's a lot of work they got to do in a short time to get the infrastructure set up, the digital IDs, make sure every country ready to launch their CBDC. So the point is, they about to move quick. We about to see a lot of stuff happening, man.
Right.
Remember they said pilot Christ. You got it, bro.
No, y'all want to say Esau needs a major event to happen. Like he needs something, extreme to go down to where the people is pretty much in a state of fear and uncertainty. Then he come with his system. Look, here's a solution. Here's some UBI for you, right? A $2,500, huh? Have it. Jay gonna take that, bro. But Esau gonna tell you first, you gotta get your digital ID in your digital wallet, then you can get your CBDCs. Because all are gonna be tied together. Go ahead, Doc.
That's it. So I get this. I read it again. It says Gates and his globalist buddies set to accelerate digital public infrastructure in 50 countries by 2028. And you know what's even more exciting? We understand that the Lord said he gonna shorten the time. He gonna shorten the time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get one more quick precept in Joel 20. Because it's about to be difficult for Esau to get his plans off the ground. Let's see, Joel 20. I'm gonna get straight to the point. All right, let me get straight to the point. Now, this going into Esau, right? Trying to begin, or should I say, finish his NWO, that New World Order, or the Great Reset. And the Lord go explain when he almost close, things go get difficult for him. You see, things go get difficult for him, and that's why we reading right here. Why you accelerating it? Because they see they got a short time. Let me get it real quick. This Job chapter 20 and verse. I start at 20. It says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Right. Everything will be taken from the so-called white man. That's cold because he's trying to gain everything and rule everything. At the same time, the Lord going to take everything from this man. All what he have gained, which is the world, correct? Which is the world. But it's the point I want. It says, and therefore shall no man look for his goods. Verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, when he almost done with his plans, with his NWO, right? He got some people C-hipped up and he think, look, he about to finish it, man. In metaverse and all. You see, in they bunkers, they probably sipping yayan, thinking it's good. The missiles go hit and we gonna come out and we gonna start our world. What the Lord said, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. That's the point I wanted. Things go get difficult for him when he almost there. And the point is, he almost there. He trying to speed it up, and things about to get even more difficult. That's why they got to speed it up now. Look, they secrets and plans are being outed. You got me and the brother was talking before the lesson how brothers on fire, man. Starting with the apostles and the elders and the Akim. Brothers on fire. There's truth going out. You got these whistleblowers. They on fire. You see nobody watching CNN and Fox no more. Everybody looking to these alternative media sites. So now they gotta hurry up and do something. So let's read on. Oh, hold on. Let me go back to this. Right, it says Job 20 and 22, and I'm gonna get to the article. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. And that's what we seeing. Difficulties coming upon this man as he trying to finish or fulfill his NWO. It says, in every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And that's when he's, hey, look, and once he come with these new plans, once he come trying to make things hard on the people, that's when the people gonna start to uprisings, revolts, the working class. You see, that's when people gonna look, say, man, fuck the government, and take things into their own hands, as we read in 2nd Esdras the 15th chapter. How it says, they won't regard their kings or princes, and of course of the people actions shall stand in their power. That's what we're about to see. You know, so everything gonna backfire on the so-called white man once he accelerate these things. So let's get into it. It says Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates and his globalist buddies are set to accelerate digital public infrastructure, or DPI, in 50 countries by 2028. And you got to ask, in order to get 50 countries ready and set, what all things got to be done, man? A lot of people gonna have to die who don't want to get down with it. Fear gonna have to be put in other people who gonna be willing to get down with it. Lights gonna go off in order to have the digital aspect of it. Come on, man. This old world is almost over with. So it says the campaign to accelerate DPI, and we're gonna say read DPI a couple of times in this article, but remember that's for digital public infrastructure. It says accelerate digital public infrastructure, or DPI, in 50 countries by 2028. It says this campaign to accelerate DPI are dubbed 50 and 5. Shit, 50 countries in 5 years. It says was virtually launched on November 8th. So while everybody was talking about Russia, Ukraine, or I mean not Russia and Ukraine, Israel and the Palestinians, this is what they was doing under people's noses, man. You see? Blueface and his woman. Right? This what they was putting out. That's why it's important for us, the prophets and the believers, to stay linked to this news, man. Because they doing things while nobody paying attention. So it says the campaign to accelerate DPI, or dubbed 50 and 5, was virtually launched on November 8th in cooperation with countries committing, and Salaki, I can, you got other brothers up in there too, getting busy. Matter of fact, let me slide over a little bit because brothers sound like they're going in. Right. But it says, I'm gonna speak a little louder. It says this campaign to accelerate DPI, or dubbed 50 and 5, was virtually launched on November 8th in cooperation with countries committing to sharing learnings, best practices, and technologies. Organizers claim the program will ultimately reduce costs, build local capacity, maximize impact, and help radically shorten the implementations of journeys for digital public infrastructure. It says the DPI is an interoperable says of computer systems or software able to exchange and make use of information. So everybody got to be on the same page. It says DPI is an interoperable network of components that includes digital payments. That's what it started with. That's what they starting with. Digital payments. So look, in 50 countries, which a lot of countries are already doing it, but it's 50 of them that ain't start yet. Now they starting. So that dollar, whatever currency they got, is going digital. It says First one, digital payments. That's what it's dealing with. ID and data exchange systems. Which data exchange system. What's gonna be on that data? Your social credit score. It says which globalists have been asserting to be essential for participation in markets and social and society in a digital era. Let's read that again. It says DPI is an interoperable network of components that includes digital payments, ID, and data exchange systems, which globalists have been asserting to be essential for. So these things are important for what? For participation in markets and society in the digital era. So everybody could get down. And what we got for an example, if not, you're going to be cut off. Benefits going to be taken. It says DPI is needed, right? Needed for all countries all countries. He calls of all. DPI is needed for all countries to build resilient and innovative economies and for the well-being of people. The program's website declared. So look, they said it's going to benefit society. In other words, they're going to make it seem as it's more convenient, like a 15-minute city. But you're really being trapped up because not everything you're doing being tracked. They're going to tell you things as like, well, if you get the digital dollar, you ain't got to worry about people stealing your money, so on and so forth. Well, now you being tracked. So they're going to make it seem good, but these things are not good, man. Let me read a little bit more. It says the advocacy campaign seeks to have 50 countries design, launch, and scale at least one component of their DPI stack in a safe, inclusive, and interoperable manner in the next 5 years. And again, the law gonna make the time short, so they ain't got that much time. It says the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the Center for Public Digital Infrastructure, Digital Public Goods Alliance, and United Nations, the UN, right? It says development program are involved with the program. So everybody down with it, man. It says the 50 and 5 initiative is also supported by GovStack, the Inter-American Development Bank, and United Nations Children Fund, UNICEF. Adding to sources, one of the proponents co-developed was founded by the left-wing Rockefeller Foundation. And I'll read it down to probably a little bit more. And I get a precept, and you got it, bro. It says, I got a train coming in. It says, Moldovan, the deputy prime minister, Dmitry Alibai, gave the keynote address, telling attendees that his country was modeling its government super app after Ukraine's DIA platform, which aims to enable all life situations with digital ID, so everybody could be tracked, man. And it goes on. I'm gonna put it in the chat so brothers could check it out. I'm gonna read this last little. Can't skip this. This is all I'm looking for. I'll read this too. It says the landlocked nation isn't the only nation that signed up with the 50 and 5 in campaign. 10 other nations, which include Guatemala, Norway, Estonia, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Togo, Ethiopia, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Singapore, followed suit. Getting down with it. It says, but Sociable editor Tim Hincliffe pointed out that 50 and 5 campaign is an agenda concocted by a coalition of unelected globalists to accelerate. Remember that word accelerate, because I'm going to get a precept. It says to begin to move quickly. It says to accelerate technocratic control through digital ID, central bank digital currency, CBDC. We've been talking about that a lot. So this is what they're going to speed up, man. Getting these countries systems ready to be able to work off the digital infrastructure. And also the CBDC is coming. It's what they're telling you, man. And it says master data sharing. Everything about you. So this is what they're accelerating. And that's how we know it's going to lead to the MOTB quick, man. It says, if successful, and I end it right here. It says, if successful, DPI will give governments and corporations the power to implement systems of what? Social credit. Social credit, man. Are you a good citizen or not? Oh, you ain't vote? They taking 50 points off. Now you can't go in the store and buy stuff. We did lessons on that too, the social credit system, man, with how they got it over there in China. Every little thing you do that the government disagree with, they're going to post you up, demonize you, and nobody going to have nothing to do with you, man. So all these things are accelerating. Why? Because he know he got a short time. It says, if successful, DPI will begin. It says, if successful, DPI will give governments and corporations the power to implement systems of social credit that can determine where and how you can travel, what you are allowed to consume, and how you will be able to transact with your programmable money. Come on, man. Now, what's programmable money? They can take it from you. They can put an expiration date on it. You know? So at the end of the day, closing out this article, what are they really accelerating? We read it right here in the end. It says they're accelerating social credit scores, the digital ID, and also the CBDC, man. Now I'm gonna get a quick precept and you got it, bro. Because this is the time we coming in. He know he got a short time. That's why he got to speed up things. And look, these scriptures on point, man. There's Revelation 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. And shit, we rejoicing right now. Why? Because the Lord's word is being fulfilled and we almost out of here. It says, but woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath. Who's the devil? The so-called white man, the spiritual counterpart of Satan. It says, shall come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And that's why we read in this article, they got to speed up this digital system because they know their time is short. And as we got in Job, when they begin, the Lord gonna make it hard for them. He gonna put them in straights, man. You see, but that's all I got, bro. You got it, Doc. And shalom to all the Akim Akwat on the comment board. Y'all brushing my shot, broke a thumb. You got it, brother. You on mute, Doc.
My bad. But yeah, man, just continuing on what the brother going into, bro, how everything just about to change. And man, like pretty soon he's hoping to really put the clamps on everybody, bro. And I have this video just to prove it. But laying back here, it's a quick video, just 6 minutes. Won't take too long. But yeah, man, this kind of control is about to be in the hands of the elites, bro. To where if you are so-called terrorists or saying hard things on the internet, posting so-called truths, they're gonna shut you out, man. And you can't hide and use a burner account like some people use. They use burner accounts trying to hide their identity. Nope. They're gonna give you a digital ID, man, so they can know exactly who you are. It might come to a point where they say, look, you can't get on the internet without this digital ID. So you got a real deal. Think about it, man. So here we go. This is a video. Biden plans to control every aspect of the internet exposed.
Equity. And it is a plan for all internet services and all infrastructure. According to FCC Commissioner Carr, President Biden's plan hands the administrative state effective control of all internet services and infrastructure in the country.
Now, they passed this law for everybody, but really, this law being passed for the prophets, man. Just how it was during the time of Daniel, okay? If you read Daniel chapter 6, those heathens started hating on Daniel because the king favored him more. And Daniel was one of the presidents back then, okay? That is crazy. But he was the president back then. And he outshined those other two guys who were so-called working with him. And they got jealous, and so they found a way to try to get at Daniel, man. And went and told the king, look, if anybody pray within 30 days, throw him in the lion's den. And the reason they said that for because Daniel prayed 3 times in a day, and they knew that. So they knew that he was dedicated to that. So you know what? Let's get him right there where he dedicated to. And got Daniel thrown in the line then, bro. Hey, okay. But this is where we're at, bro. Here we go.
Never before in the roughly 40-year history of the public internet has the FCC, or any federal agency for that matter, claimed this degree of control over it. The plan calls for the FCC to apply a far-reaching set of government controls that the agency has not applied to any technology in the modern era. You got that? This has never been done before. No communication devices have ever had this kind of control suggested by the government, let alone applied. He went on and said, Congress never contemplated the sweeping regulatory regime that President Biden asked the FCC to adopt, let alone authorize the agency to implement it. Here's what's happening. As with everything else the Biden administration is doing, his broadband policies are failing. And the building of internet infrastructure in this country, the price of it has gone through the roof. FCC wants new 5G broadband services, but it's all needlessly been blocked and delayed by new broadband infrastructure regulatory red tape. So the government is blocking the private sector from doing it, and then using that to say, see, we need to take complete control. This is breathtaking control of all information. The rules that are suggested and are going to be voted on, quick, hurry, next week, the federal government has a roving mandate to micromanage nearly every aspect of how the internet functions, from how internet service providers allocate capital, where they build, to the services that consumers can purchase, from the profits that ISPs can realize, and how they market and advertise services, to the discounts and promotions that consumers can receive. If passed,
total control. Total control, bro. This is what Esau is going for. All right, he's bringing this digital prison, man. Okay, and look, he's gonna have his way. Once he gets you to comply, he's gonna have his way, man. He's gonna take over everything. So it'll be wild for you out there, bro, to get this word while you can. Get them breakdowns while you can, man. You know, I'll take you some good notes, because it might be a long time for you to get back on the internet. Who knows how that thing's gonna go, man? But yeah, bro, Esau finna do it big, bro. He finna make life completely hard. Here we go.
The FCC will be empowered for the first time to regulate every ISP's service termination terms, use of customer credit, account history, credit checks, account termination, among other items. He said, this plan reads like a document drawn up in the faculty lounge of a university's Soviet studies department. It includes plans to empower the FCC to regulate every single aspect of the internet for the first time ever. You have an FCC policy advisor who has just read the plan. He said, quote, to call it extreme or radical doesn't do this proposal justice. Phil Kerpen has just come out and said Biden is turning digital discrimination into a pretext for regulating everything for equity. This is so far-reaching that it will mean even the Blaze, because we are on the backbone of the internet. We can be completely separate, everything. But because we're on the backbone of the internet, we will now have to comply by government FCC regulations. I have done broadcast under FCC regulations for 48 years. I know what FCC regulations are like. I also started before Reagan, I think it was before Reagan, deregulated the radio waves and television waves. I will tell you that those regulations today would put this show out of business. I could not do what I do today if they just went back to the regulations that were in the FCC back in the 40s and 60s and 80s. I'll have more on this. This just came to my attention. I'll have more on this, but this is a very big deal.
Yep. And it's all to get the prophets off the streets, out the physical streets and these internet streets, right? This word is consuming this earth, man. Jake waking up, repenting, Esau pissed. He's been convicted in his spirit, right? That he's a devil, that he's guilty. And now he want to do something about it. Oh, that's in real quick. Let me get this precept in Amos 5. That he hate him that rebuke in the gate. This is why these things are coming for, man. He want total control. He got to get rid of the prophets, bro. This is Amos 5. I read it in the a Christian Standard Bible. Here we go. Amos 5, it says, hold up. Here we go, 5 and 10. Amos 5 and 10, it says, they hate the one who convicts the guilty at the city gate. And who is that? The prophets, man. We convict Esau that he's guilty. And it's messing with his psyche, man. Okay? He can't sleep at night. You got Glenn Beck going into the covenants, talking about the covenants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You should hear him, Mark. It's so funny, brother. It's so funny.
God.
You have nothing to do with the covenants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. But whatever. You're guilty, man. Glenn Beck, you calling out everybody for going against those small hats because you're down with them being the chosen people. So you're trying to cuss out everybody else and call the Palestinians, terrorists, which we don't back the Palestinians, okay, because that land belongs to the true Israelites, man. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, those are the true Israelites, bro. And that's going to get the land back very soon, man. Judgment is coming, and we'll be about it here in no time, Lord willing, man. But let me finish this out. It says, and they despise the one who speaks with integrity, and that's a prophet. So I'll read this here now, and I'll close out. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 in the GNT Bible. And zoom in a little bit. They're kind of hot, but whatever. Yeah, so it says, righteous people are nothing but a nuisance, right? We're a nuisance to Esau's system, man. All because we're reading the scriptures, bro. All because we're doing what thus said the Lord. And he sees it as a problem, okay? It's a problem to him. Just as it was back when Jake was in Rome, okay? Real quick, Acts 18, in verse 1, it says, after this, he left Athens and went to Corinth, where he found a Jew named Aquila, a native of Pontus, who had recently come from Italy with his wife Priscilla, because Claudius had ordered all the Jews to leave Rome. Why? Because Jake was raising hell, man. So he said, look, you know what? Get the hell out of here, all of y'all. Jake were protesting. So they have this same mindset. Let's get them up out of here, man. You know, off the internet, off the streets, okay? So back in Wisdom of Solomon says, righteous people are nothing but a nuisance, so let's look for chances to get rid of them. You just saw one of the chances in this Glenn Beck video. Them taking control of every aspect of the internet, bro. Just think about that, man. Everything you do on the internet, they're going to have a regulation to it. Might have to enter in this code or type in this, you know, ID number, face scan. Who knows, man? But this devil going to make life a living hell. And look, you're going to have to fall in line with what he got to say, or you won't have no access to the internet. And as soon as we get, you know, so-called digital IDs and, you know, a CBDC so-called, Esau going to be waiting to shut us down, bro. He can't wait to shut us up. So we have to depend on the Lord, man. Heavy, okay? Heavy, bro. Esau going to shut the brothers and sisters out of the society, man. Okay? This is back in Wisdom of Solomon 2, it says, they are against what we do, right? The believers, the remnant, are against what you're doing, Esau. And you're being called out, man. Because you know that you're wrong, but you don't care because you're the wicked, bro. It says they accuse us of breaking the law of Moses, right? We call you out. Bible says a man should lay with another man. But you said that's okay to do. Gave these niggas a holiday, gave them their own clothing brand, restaurants. They got everything, bro. Museum. They got a fucking museum. This is terrible. This is spiritually Sodom, bro. If you come to Houston, Texas, man, avoid Montrose, okay? It's a street in Houston, Texas called Montrose. If you don't have to go down that road, don't go down that road, man. Spare yourself, brother. That's a mini Sodom and Gomorrah, bro. That whole little strip, okay?
Right.
The road is painted like a rainbow. That is madness, bro. I try to stay away from that road, you know, but sometimes I had to work over there, bro. I'd be 38 because almost every 5 people I meet is a damn fruit fly or, you know, some crazy person who identify as a damn seal. These people are crazy, man. They are crazy. But here we go. It says, they're accused us of breaking the law of Moses and violating the traditions of our ancestors. It says they claim to know God and they call themselves Yahweh's children. It says we can't stand the sight of people like that. So they want to get you off the internet, brother. Get you off the corners. They can't stand the sight of us. It says what they are contradicts our whole way of thinking. Polar opposites, man. We're about righteousness through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. And exhorting the laws of the Most High. This devil, he don't care, bro. He don't care about what the Most High got to say. And this is why it says here in the book of Psalms 10, that he don't care about the Most High way, bro. And it's evident in everything that he do, from, you know, sex to food to education, is all contrary to the Most High, bro. But it says, Oh yeah, the KJV, my bad. Yeah, I'm getting the KJV. Here we go. It says Psalms 10:5. His ways are always grievous, right? Following Esau's ways will mess you up, man. All these people who are following the ways of Babylon the Great, they destroy it, bro. You got grown men, 6'10", trying to be a damn transformer, bro. Nigga, 6'10", got on heels in a sew-in. Through, okay? This is a terrible place, man. But that's what you get when you follow Esau's ways. It says, thy judgments are far above out of his sight. So he don't care about what the Bible got to say, bro. He don't even think about it. He want to do it his way. He's established his way of thought to the people. It says, as for all his enemies, he puffed at them. This is Esau Edom, bro. A very pompous guy, okay? So going by the wisdom of Solomon, it says, we can't stand the sight of people like that. What they are contradicts our whole way of thinking. They are not like other people. They have strange ways. And our ways aren't strange. It's just that you people are wicked. We're following righteousness. So it seems strange to you that we have on garments, right? The brothers out on the highways and byways and garments. Okay, some brothers have turbans, you know, and scarves. Brother got the stones on out there, burning the incense in order. It's strange to them, bro. It says they think that our moral standards are so corrupt that everything we do should be avoided, right? Nobody should follow you, Esau. Everything about you needs to be avoided, man. From your diet, from your education, your spiritual system, right? Your Christianity is all trash, man. Women's liberation, trash. Abortion, trash. Okay? Your time is up, bro. It says they boast of having God for their father and believe that when all is said and done, only the righteous will be happy. And this is what's going to happen, man. Prophecies say that in the ending that the righteous is going to win, bro. So we're going to get the last laugh, bro, in the end. And live for eternity, Lord willing, bro. But you're going to be wiped out, okay? So I'll stop it there, bro. But yeah, man, it's a good video. I invite you to go watch it again. Okay, very, very good video, man. And also, if you into history, okay.
Rookies.
Men, we've got your pants.
But
Oh, get faggot. That's commercial.
huh?
That's that old stupid ass commercial.
Man, I'm trying to get this shit out of here. I don't know how to do it.
They talking about men, we got your pants right. Men don't wear the pants no more. They whipping now.
Well, yeah, man, look, let me see this thing gonna play out though. So like here, bro.
Fully comfortable ABC pant from Lululemon.
Satan plays an enormous role in religion. Find out if Satan has infiltrated your church.
That's the spirit. Hey, find out if Satan getting into your church. Esau, man. Esau, that's the spirit, bro. Wow. Here we go.
An Epic History TV.
But anyway, though, what I was going to say is that movie, the movie, what is it called? A Napoleon coming out. Okay, for you brothers and sisters out there who are into history. I don't know when it's coming out. I forgot when it's coming out. The date. Brother had told me. But this movie, Napoleon, man, is going to be fire, bro. And I want to go to the movie and see that, man, in person. But yeah, this is a good documentary though here to watch on Epic History TV. Man, I fall asleep to these things, bro. This one, that one, that one. I fall asleep to this stuff. Like, this is my melatonin. And listening to history, you know. Go ahead,
Come on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I threw those 2 articles in the chat. Again, it says Brazil warns parents they won't receive welfare benefits if they don't get their children CV'd up. And again, we went into that to show this is an example or prelude to how it's going to be when that MOTB come, man. All your benefits going to be taken. And also we hit how Bill Gates and the globalists are accelerating the digital public infrastructure because they got a short time. And the brother hit on it. Look, the internet about to be out of here, man. So we definitely in that time, Lord willing, it was edifying. And with that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Chakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing his word with all truth and sincerity. And as well as to all you believers out there who believe on the gospel. They keep fighting, keep pushing, and we're almost out of here. And with that, shalom.
Shalom.